Hello everyone, welcome to our Bible story time. Today we are opening the book of Judges. This book is filled with brave leaders, exciting rescues, and important lessons. As we listen, we will see how God helped his people again and again, even when they made mistakes and needed help. Before we begin the story, let's remember one important truth. God always loves his people. In the book of Judges, the Israelites often forgot to follow God's ways. Even so, God never stopped caring for them. He listened when they cried out and was always ready to help them return to him. When we hear the word judge, we might think of someone in a courtroom. But in this book, judges were special leaders chosen by God. They protected the people, guided them, and helped rescue them from danger. God used these leaders to bring hope when the nation was struggling. A pattern appears many times throughout Judges. First, the people forget God. Then trouble comes. After that, they cry out for help. Finally, God sends rescue. This cycle happens again and again. It reminds us that even when people wander away, God's mercy is always waiting for them. The first part of the cycle begins when people make poor choices and stop following God. Soon those choices bring problems into their lives. The Israelites learned this lesson many times. Our choices matter too. Following God's wisdom helps keep us on a better path each day. When the Israelites faced trouble, they finally realized they needed help. They called out to God, and he listened. Then God raised up a leader to rescue them. This teaches us that we never have to hide our problems. We can always talk to God and ask for his help. One of the most famous judges was Deborah. She was wise, brave, and trusted God completely. People came to her for guidance because they respected her wisdom. Deborah showed that God can use women and men alike to lead, encourage others, and bring peace during difficult times. Another judge was Gideon. At first, he felt small and afraid, hiding from his enemies. But God saw something special in him. God called him a mighty warrior and gave him courage. Gideon's story reminds us that God can use ordinary people to do extraordinary things. Samson was a judge known for his great strength. God gave him special abilities, but Samson did not always make wise choices. His story shows that strength alone is not enough. We also need obedience and trust in God. Real strength comes from following God faithfully. Deborah, Gideon, and Samson were very different people. One was wise, one was cautious, and one was strong. Yet God used each of them for his purpose. This reminds us that everyone has different gifts. God can work through each person in unique and wonderful ways. The biggest problem in Judges was that many people wanted to do only what seemed right to them. Without God's guidance, confusion and trouble spread. The same can happen today. When we follow God's wisdom instead of only our own ideas, we make better choices and help others too. Sometimes we forget important things, just like the Israelites did. We may forget to pray, to trust God, or to thank him for his blessings. When that happens, life can feel confusing. The good news is that God welcomes us back whenever we turn to him again. One lesson from Judges is to ask for help when we need it. God listens when we pray. He may guide us through his word, our parents, teachers, or trusted friends. Instead of facing problems alone, we can bring our worries to God and trust his care. The book of Judges teaches that people often make mistakes, but God never stops loving them. Again and again, he was patient, forgiving, and ready to rescue. We can remember this in our own lives by trusting God and turning to him when we need help. Thank you for watching. God bless you. See you next time. Goodbye.